I think AI might have been actually created to deceive us rather than to help us. Currently, most people believe that AI is just the next step in technology, that is just made to make our lives even easier. But the timing is too much of a coincidence to ignore. Right as people began to wake up and discover their faith, they also started to question the systems and their lies. We had viral videos of cryptids, UFOs, unexplained phenomena that was just seeming to be taking over the internet by storm. Old narratives began cracking, and history that was once forgotten began to resurface. The veil has begun to get thinner, and people are noticing, and that's not nothing. Around 2020 to 2023, millions of people began to suddenly shift. More people have been returning to their faith. More people have been questioning the narratives, the government, medicine, food, education. There's a mass spiritual hunger that seems to be taking over the world, and plenty of people are realizing that something is different. Something is coming. A global feeling of pressure, of exposure, revelation. The veil is thinning, and all at the same time, the taboo and the supernatural have all become normal. Cryptid sightings at an all-time high, entities just being caught on your Ring doorbell, giants being spotted on mountains, sky phenomena that nobody can explain. We have unexplained creatures in our oceans as well as our forest. The people that once hid all these strange phenomena that would take place are now posting it, and unapologetically. The world was beginning to feel less materialistic and more spiritual, more real. What about the convenient timing of AI? It didn't come out as just some baby. It basically came out full grown. Now don't get me wrong, there were problems at the beginning, but just look at how advanced it has become just in the last year alone. Ultra realistic photo generation, voice cloning, deep fake videos, real evidence that looks fake, fake evidence that looks real, platforms flooded with synthetic content that is becoming near impossible to differentiate between fake and real. Algorithms set up to bury authentic videos but overwhelm you with just nonsensical information. It has become impossible to tell truth from fiction, but that is the point. They want to muddy up the waters enough to where that you can't tell what is real and what is not. You're stuck in a perpetual loop of just insanity, questioning everything. Is this real? Is this not? How long can a society truly last when that is our thought process? If real spiritual and supernatural events were actually taking place, if people were waking up, if centuries of secrecy were cracking open, then they would need a tool to help bury it. Then ask yourself this: what better way to hide real footage than to just make everybody believe that every single thing that you see can be faked? What better way to confuse a spiritually awakening population than to drop a machine that can mimic revelation? What better way to hide the thinning veil than to just murky up the water right as people are beginning to see through it all? AI was not released to advance technology. It was released to destabilize the truth right at the exact same moment the truth was becoming so clear. It's just a modern smokescreen, a digital fog. It's a synthetic veil placed on top of the old one as it's getting too thin. Real encounters now look AI generated. Real supernatural moments are doubted. Real awakenings just labeled as hallucinations. Real history gets overridden. AI's job wasn't to lie. It was to make the truth look like a lie. This way, the only truth that you know is the one that they make you believe. And if my theory is correct, then we will continue to see more supernatural sightings. More people will wake up spiritually. Real evidence will just be labeled as AI. Fake evidence will drown out the real until people stop believing anything. I mean, it's a lot like our modern day legacy media. You can't believe any of it. I believe that the veil will continue to thin. And I believe eventually people will not believe what they see with their own two eyes. Because eventually, it won't just be on your screen. It'll be right in front of you. Skeptics might say that correlation doesn't equal causation. And they're absolutely right in saying so, because it doesn't. But after a while, it does become difficult to overlook so many patterns. People will just say that we have better cameras now, and AI is just technology and nothing more. There is nothing spiritual happening. But none of that explains the timing, or the suddenness, or the worldwide shift. People feel something, even if they don't want to admit it. Everything happened too fast and too clean for this all just to be a coincidence. People are beginning to wake up to all the deception around us, and this is a perfect way to cover it all right back up. The unseen is now becoming seen. The old veil is being lifted, and the new veil is AI, and AI is the new curtain. So my final question is, if the veil actually is thinning, what do you think is on the other side? And when it completely disappears, what happens then? Just think on it.